Hey there, I'm Shauna, and welcome to Yoga Snacks, nourishment for the body, the mind, and the spirit. So today's class, we're going to work with a little bit of, maybe I'll call it body play, where we just work with paying attention to the sensations and just feeling movement. So let's start with the hands. And you can just sit in a chair, sit on the floor, anywhere you're comfortable, and just turn your hands so that the palms are facing up. And maybe for a few moments, close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, just focus on the center of your palms. And just notice if you feel anything. You can maybe lift them off of your lap so that they're in the air. And then just start to wiggle just your thumbs and feel the sensation of thumbs moving. Okay, and then relax your thumbs and start to wiggle your second finger, and then your third, the pinky. No, that's not the pinky, the ring finger, and then the pinky. Good. And then just kind of play around with your fingers. Just move them. You can move your hands around. Start to open and close your hands, circle your wrists. And just notice as you move your hands. There's no right or wrong way to move. Maybe it's opening and closing. Maybe actually just kind of play pushing your hands around through space. And sometimes when you do that, you actually feel the air. You feel sensation, you feel movement. And that's just something fun to experience. Also start to move your arms around and let them flow and float a little bit like you're in water. And yeah, just play a little. Notice when you move, let it be light and free or heavy. You can do anything. You can go fast, slow, all around, but just kind of make friends with the arms, play with them, let it even be, sometimes it's called seaweed arms. It's also like you just got brand new arms and you're taking them for a test drive. If you've got an injury or fatigue, you just work within your own limitations. And we're gonna just go for another few seconds. And then rest your hands onto your lap. Either palms up or palms down, and then maybe close your eyes and feel the sensations into your arms and your hands. Usually you feel a little bit tingly or awake. Maybe there's heat or cool. Okay, and then let's work with the feet. So you can look down at your feet, maybe just play with picking up the toes. Actually, I think a better way to do that is if you can take your ankle rested on your thigh and then just start to move the foot around. Sometimes you notice, oh boy, I need a little lotion on my feet. Circle your ankle. You could lean back in the chair. Just practice moving this leg around and any which way, just kind of see open and close. Maybe you can hug the knee in a little bit, feel what that's like, put it down. Just kind of playing and exploring. Wiggling again. Okay, and then put the right foot down and again, feel maybe the difference between the two legs. Let's go to the other side and same thing, just start to wiggle the toes, move your ankle around. You don't have to put it on the leg like we did last time. It can be something different. Moving, swinging, circling, swing it back and forth. Maybe hug it in a little. And then put your foot down again. And again, pause and just feel what you feel in the legs. So here we can work with the spine a little bit while we're sitting in the chair. Let's start by shifting around and keep the weight even-ish on your hips and your feet, but start to move your back around. And again, no rules, just kind of swerve and play. You'll feel way more restriction in the spine than you would in your torso. When I did my yoga training, so many years ago, they would say that you could pretend that you were cleaning out a peanut butter jar with your body, which is just disgusting. But it's that kind of sweeping, playing, moving. And then just notice again. And maybe for a few moments, close your eyes and just feel what that's like. Great. Okay. We're going to take a few moments and do some chair stretches that are more directed. So bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and flip your palms. Press your hands away from you, straighten through the elbows. And feel your breathing. What's it like? As you inhale, start to take the arms up, and you might have a restriction. No worries, it doesn't need to come very far, or they can go all the way up. And if they're going up, press up. If they're going forward, press forward. Let your arms be as straight as possible, the palms as wide as possible, and just simply tune into whatever sensations you notice. If what you notice is pain, then back off a little bit. If it's okay, though, stay with it. From here, take your arms out and reach the arms from side to side, maybe even turn and look. Notice what happens when you turn your arms and the palms face up. Again, stretch through the fingers, and then let's sweep the arms up, reach up. And exhale, sweep your arms down. And we'll do a few of those. Just let your arms float up. And as you exhale, arms float down. You can feel what it would be like to have wings. Okay. Next time the arms are up, keep the arms up. Lengthening up through the fingertips, feel into your shoulders, feel into your head, and then let's sweep the arms down by your side and inhale, sweep them up again. Coordinate your breath and movement if that's possible for you. Inhaling, arms up, and exhaling, arms coming down. One more time, up. And down. Okay, and then again, take a pause, close your eyes, tune your attention inward, and just feel your breathing, feel the sensations. Sometimes, again, you notice that tingling or even almost like a buzzy feeling. That's your body waking up, that circulation. Okay, so we'll go back to the legs, do some more specific leg stretches. So we'll pick up the right leg, inhale, straighten it. Exhale, flex. Inhale, straighten, flex, straighten. And bend is actually what's happening, straightening and bending. The foot is flexing. Straighten, bend. Okay, this next time, put the right ankle onto the right thigh, let the right knee open. Take some deep breaths. And sometimes that can be a lot, and yours may not look like this at all. Don't worry about that. This is what happens if you do everyday yoga for a long time. From here, if there's the ability to go forward, go forward. And you can go a lot, let your torso release towards your leg, or a little, hold the chair or rest your hands on your lap, just whatever you need. Okay, to come up, look forward and come up with an inhalation, and then an exhalation. Cross your right leg tightly over your left. You can move the legs closer to center. And then just notice how this feels. We're going to bring a little arm position in. So spread your arms like you've got wings. And then as you exhale, give yourself a great big hug with your right arm on the bottom. Elbows can lift away. And this is a nice place to stay. As you exhale, come forward and bring your elbows towards your knees. When you're here, you can keep your hands on your shoulders, or you can release your hands forward till your arms start to touch. Maybe your left hand can tuck around to hold your right wrist or something close. And just stay in this rounded position, feeling everything. Then inhale, come up, lift the elbows. As you lift the elbows, uncross the legs. Put the feet down beside each other, knees together or close. And then release your arms down by your side or to your lap. Pause and breathe. And again, just feel the breath, feel the sensations, whatever you notice. Okay, second side, pick up the left leg, straighten and bend a few times. Pointing the toes on the way up, flexing the foot on the way down. Okay, and then we'll put the left ankle onto the right thigh, sit up. You can use your hands just to encourage a little extra pressure there. Feeling your breath. Staying upright, or if it feels okay, going forward. Okay, and then come up. As we come up, cross the legs more tightly. Some people could even wrap the foot around the bottom of the leg if you can do that. So I can do it on one side and not the other. Sweep your arms wide like wings, and then this time the left arm can go on bottom. You can give yourself a great big hug. A little extra squeeze there, and then begin to go forward. And as you go forward, either stay or separate the forearms, let go of the shoulders, and bring your two forearms towards each other so they touch. Right hand or left hand can tuck around to hold the right. And then inhale and lift up. And then maybe lift your elbows, feel into the shoulders or whatever you notice. Remember, if this is too intense, hands on shoulders is perfect. Unstep the legs. And then release your hands. Big deep breath. Exhale. Okay, let's stand up. So give everything a little shake out. And while you're standing, shake everything off. And another opportunity just to bring your attention really into your body when you do this. It's good for the lymphatic system, it's good for other things, but it's really great for our awareness. It really kind of moves sensation around, helps to make you aware, and it's hard to be kind of grumpy when you're bouncing around like this. So, okay, let's come to stand. And you know, if you've got a mat on a carpet, it never stays flat, but let's take the feet a little bit wide apart. So my feet are a little bit wider than my shoulders, and then I'm going to bend one knee and then the other, and let my arms kind of swing around from side to side. And when I do this, actually a good ha, 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 ha. Okay, and just kind of clearing out the energy, clearing your breath, and very much energizing. So this time we're going to do a strong breath. You can have your feet a little bit wide apart, your knees bent. You could do this from the chair if you have trouble standing. Big inhale with your arms up, and as you exhale, ha, sweep your arms down. And we're going to do about 3 of those. So inhale, exhale, ha, and one more, ha. Okay, great. And then another kind of more of an energy exercise. Bring your hands together and just rub the hands. Let it get a little bit hot between your hands, and then take your hands apart. So it's like you're holding a ball. And sometimes after rubbing the hands, you can actually still feel the sensations of the 2 hands. From here, bend your knees and turn your hands down, and it's as if you're pressing your that ball or energy down towards the ground, and then like you're scooping energy up, you're going to draw it up in front of you and then offer it up and out to the space around. And this time we're just going to go straight down, again scooping up, bringing it up like you're taking earth energy, offering it to the sky, sweeping out. One more time. Bringing it up, offering it out. And then just stand and notice what you feel. Look for those kind of the tiny sensations instead of the big sensations. Feel your breath. Great. Okay, I'm going to do a couple standing things, but a little bit different than usual. So when I learned this, we called this one Tiny Warrior. So you're going to stand with a small step between your feet. The right foot turns out, the two heels line up, and then you bend the right knee. And so it's not very much of a bend, but that's okay. You want to spread the toes and focus on rooting your feet to the earth. I guess you could take a little bit bigger if you feel very stable, but priority is the pelvis is neutral, the feet are grounding to the earth. You feel your own power and strength. And then with an exhale, let your arms float up. Let them be nice and light. It's very, kind of like I say, a little bit tiny. We're not using as much muscular effort here, and instead trying to feel those more subtle sensations. You could look to your right. Feel your breath. If the arms feel heavy, instead of stretching, which we normally do, relax. Let them be heavy. Okay. And then relax your arms, let them float down, step the feet in. Just stand in the middle. Feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. What else do you feel? Okay, and step the left foot. Turn it out. Again, it can be pretty narrow. Bend the knee a little bit. Right leg strong and straight, left leg a little bit bent. Just feel yourself rooted to the ground. Find your breath. And instead of inhaling the arms up, as you exhale, let them float. They're straight but relaxed. Feel your breath. Maybe look over your left fingertips. Let yourself be a fierce warrior. Okay, and then release. Step the feet together. Just notice. Okay, we're going to take that same pose, go a little bit wider. So now the feet are more wide than the shoulders. Just whatever is right for you. Bend the knees a little bit, connect the feet to the floor, and then turn your right leg out 90 degrees. So leg turns out, this whole thigh needs to turn out, and this foot is pointing kind of like that, but you may need to turn the toes in a bit. As you exhale, bend your right knee. So now we're getting into more of a traditional warrior, requiring a little bit more strength. The toes are spread, you're rooting your feet, and this time as you inhale, take your arms, stretch them up, a little bit more active reach. Look up, and then as you exhale, arms float down and look over your fingertips. Press into your back foot, press into your front foot, feel nice and strong. Breath and heartbeat. And then inhale, turn the foot to face forward, and we'll try it on the other side. Left leg turns out, press strong into your right foot. Start to bend the left knee, knee over ankle. Sweep your arms up, very steady in the legs, toes are spread, reach up. Extend, maybe look up, and then exhale, arms floating out, shoulder height. This time instead of floppy, soft, reach. Look over your fingertips. Okay. And then inhale, release, and step the feet together. Just stand. Okay, we're going to do the warrior one more time. So if you found that first or second was better for you, you can stick with that. Otherwise, we're going to take the feet quite a bit wider. This time we're going to challenge ourselves a bit with how wide. Outer edges of the feet parallel to the mat to start. Yeah, you just want to go about 4 feet, 3.5 feet, and then turn your right leg out 90 degrees. Same thing, thigh turns out, back leg stays steady, and then bend this front knee. And just see, so now we're starting to drop a little lower. If that's too intense, you come up, you come out, go back a little closer. If it feels okay, you can even take your back leg further back. Strong legs, back, base of the spine lengthening down towards the earth, and then inhale. This time let's bring our hands to the heart and open the arms out like you're giving a big hug, big hug. And with that open heart, turn your palms down and turn to face over the front fingertips. Just feeling this warrior strength. Feel the difference between your first warrior and your third. Feel your breath and your heartbeat. Look for the tingling and the subtle sensations. And then inhale, straighten the legs, turn the feet to face forward, give the arms a little break. Left leg turns out 90 degrees, deeply bend the knee, press into your right foot. Inhale, hands to the heart maybe, and then open like a big embrace, embracing everything. And then palms face down, look over the left fingertips, press strong into the back leg. And again, feel your warrior self, this warrior with a wide open heart. Excellent. And then press into your feet. Inhale, come up. Instead of bringing the feet together, maybe just turn them in a little bit, and we'll tip forward from the hips, bring the hands down to the floor. If you need, you can always turn around and face your chair, put your hands on a higher height. If you're pretty comfortable here though, then fingertips to the floor, lengthen your spine forward, and exhale, fully fold, taking your hands to hold your feet. Let your head dangle. Okay, and then getting ready to come up, bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, look up, and then inhale, stand all the way up with the inhale. Step your feet together. Just stand and feel your breath. Okay, it's time to relax and settle down. So I'm going to have my chair at the end of my mat in case, so that for my very last, I'm just going to rest the legs onto the chair. Before that, coming down, I've got some stuff here. I'm just going to use a blanket to have under my head and set up so that, let's bring this in a little closer actually, set up so that when I end, my legs can rest on the seat of the chair. But before that, I need to be a little further away from the chair. Blanket for my head. Take the arms out into a wide T position. Move all the extra stuff out of the way. And then tip your knees over to your right. By right, I mean left. Sorry about that. And then bring your knees up, and this time you do tip them over to the right. Again, feel the breath. Inhale, knees up. This time you could bring your knees into your chest, and exhale, tip your knees over to the left. If that feels like a big stretch, you may want to put a pillow or a block under your knees, and then turn your head to look to the right. You can always back the knees away from your chest a little bit, or to make it a little more interesting, you bring your knees a little closer to your chest. Keep the head looking up if it bothers your neck, but if you're happy to, you can turn your head to look to your right. While you stay here, close your eyes, tune your attention inward, feeling your breath and your sensations. Okay, and then from here, first, bring your head back to center if it's turned. Bring your knees up You can either have those knees on the floor or knees in the air. And then as you exhale, lower the knees over to the right. And again, they could be right onto the floor, or you can prop something underneath them. Left arm is reaching out, shoulder height. If it's comfortable to look to the left, you do. Pause and breathe. Okay, and then from here, head comes back to center, knees lift, and this is where resting your legs onto a chair, maybe the couch edge or an ottoman, something similar, can be really relaxing for the calves and also for your back. So I'm going to wiggle in. I've got my this chair is perfectly designed for me, so I don't know how that happened, but my feet just rest comfortably against the back. You might need to turn your chair sideways. And then with my arms turned to face open, my head supported with a blanket, I can do nothing but rest. As you start to rest into this pose, we call it Shavasana or corpse pose, feel the palms of the hands. Feel the soles of the feet. Feel the arms resting heavily to the floor. Calves on the chair. Whole spine rested, body supported. Also feel your head on the blanket. Allow your eyes to close, your face muscles to relax. Absolutely nothing left to do. You can stay here while the video ends. You could stay here for just a few minutes or a lot longer if you have the time. Relaxation is critical and valuable part of the yoga practice, so take your time. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.